You are once again welcome to Evangelist Imakalu TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. This is part 5 of Fornication and Its Problems. Cubana priest and his Kenyan woman. A video that I got from the platform, Facebook platform belonging to Amaranne. Amaranne had given a detailed analysis, and also I have sourced out the information from various sources to know before I will begin to believe on the truths and the reality in regard to the Kenyan woman who has given birth to a child, a male child, and coming to social media to announce that the child and her pregnancy belong to the Cubana chief priest. So it is the talk of the time. So I want to use it to make this particular fifth part on this topic of fornication and its problems. So fornication, in the sense that the Kenyan woman, the Kenyan young woman, is still unmarried. So in this scenario, she is the fornicator. So I am relating this video, this particular video, more from her own side of participation in that sexual immorality. I will also make another video today or another day, or let me not today, but I will make another video with this particular video that I'm going to play from the side of Cubana chief priest, who is already married and engaged also in a sexual perversion, that is sexual immorality. On his side, it is adultery. Adultery is extramarital sexual activity between a married man and any married or unmarried woman, or between a married woman to any married or unmarried man, or between a married man and a married woman. So anything that has to do with sexual immorality being participated from a married person, on the side of that person, it is adultery. Then if it is committed with an unmarried person, on the side of the single person, it is fornication. So there is fornication and adultery inside of these two videos as participated by these two individuals. So may God bless you. I am going to play the video from Amaranne, then I will take up my analysis to round it up.
You see this here, if there are people you should disassociate yourself from, you see these people that make you do things against your will, against your wish, against your decision, fear those people. Stay away from them. Do not have any, in fact, avoid them with everything in you. Yes, I hate people who manipulate people. I hate people who blackmail people. I hate people who make people, or who make you do things against your will, against your wish, against your decision, against you as a person. I hate people like that. They are manipulators, and such people should be treated like armed robbers. You guys don't even know what blackmailers can do to somebody. They can make you do some certain things. You can even sell all you have worked for all your life because of single evidence or something that they have against you. They will use it to take almost everything that you have worked for. Blackmailers are lazy people that will just sit back and be waiting for your for a flaw from you. Anything that is not aligning with you, they will use it to work against you. That's why I don't like those people. They are very mean and they are very wicked. They should be treated like armed robbers. If there's anything you want to do to an armed robber, once you see someone that is trying to manipulate you, deal with that person the same way. They should be treated like armed robbers. You see this girl from Kenya, This girl from Kenya is the blackmailer. She knows what she's doing, but she's just very unlucky that she met the wrong person. You see, Cubana chief priest is a very strong man, and I love and I support You see his stand on this particular issue. I love it and I support him with everything in me. Now look at the effort that she's putting, trying to blackmail this man, even going as far as bringing a picture of this man and his friend that based in Malaysia to say that Cubana's chief priest impregnated already have 2 children with with a woman and abandoned them. If not that this guy, the guy sabi keep record. If not we say this kind of person who sabi keep record, that one for the trend they go. This is how they do. This is how they go. This is what they do. This is why you almost open your eyes to understand that this girl is into blackmailing people to obtain by force, including that one that calls herself a lawyer, that one that is parading herself as a lawyer. When you watch her, the way she presents, the way she tries to make a caricature of Cubana chief priest, that one will tell you that that one is another senior blackmailer. They both work hands in hands. That is why we must be careful. But the problem here is that they already know that Nigerians are too emotional. And we like to mess our own up. That's why they are having the grounds. Any small thing, big bloggers will carry it and be posting up and down. You as a Nigerian will be doing everything, you'll be working so hard, they will not see you, they will not recognize you. Well, but once it comes to something that has to bring somebody down, you will see all of them, they will post you without your consent. They will post you without permission. You understand me? So this girl should not be. I even blame Mama Boy. Now you are the even the blame self. You will be say Father Abraham. You shall do charity. Meanwhile, you get plenty people for your place. You be say supposed to help. Next time, Boma Boy, if you want to fight your fellow man, face him man to man and fight him. No, they use waiting day around they fight your man. That is not making you to be a man. That's not how to be a man. You should not be. That's not how to be. That's not how to fight. You they use say person say Cubana chief do this. You can't give that person. But next time when you and your fellow man they get issue, fight that man. If not, I want to use that abuse on yourself. When I use man, I put on yourself until I get tired. Then going to use something somewhere. See as when I give that girl lip praise to come to the talk. Even to the point of saying yes, Cubana chief priest Pascal is me and you this year. I must give my daughter also an identity. I'm ready to do DNA test. You and who the wrong that shit. You know, I don't tell Cubana chief priest wife, make she not allow her husband do any kind of DNA test. Yes, because that girl is an adult. She knows what she wants. She knows that she can be able to take care of the child. Now, why she allow herself to be pregnant? If we never start to condemn these people, we have plenty of unwanted pregnancies everywhere, and we have plenty of single mothers here and there. It is the business that they are into. If not that this man is a strong man, by now he would have come out and declared himself proud polygamist. He would have come to declare himself proud polygamist. That is a step. That's how they go about scattering homes here and there. Once they do that, in any man that couldn't handle his own matter well, they will come in and begin to dance and don't talk with the man, claiming that they love him, meanwhile they don't get single love for that person. They are all gold diggers. Looking for a regiment man where they go sit down, they eat like mumu. Now waiting this girl wants. If not, waiting carry you come Nigeria. What did you come to do in this country? Waiting carry you come. How did you manage to come to Nigeria? That your first child that you had for a Kenyan man, why are you not making case out of it? Is that one not supposed to take care of your responsibilities, care of your problems, everything about you? Una go see big man and go target him just to tarnish his image. And our people, they not go they read in between the lines. They go to support Una. They're going to do anyhow. I hate blackmailers. They make you do certain things against your will. Imagine Loki Udu of yesterday that was even helping you, that gave you his platform. Someone that gave you his platform, you have already started blackmailing him. You are a blackmailer. You are a blackmailer. Let me tell you, you are not the first person that men are coming to your inbox to send you text message or do one or two things. Come to our different inboxes and see a lot of messages. How many times have we shared it online? Your duty as a woman is to say yes or no. If a man makes his interest known to you, if you don't want to say, no, I don't want. If you want, you continue. As a man, he has the right to admire you. Admiring you does not mean that he wants to knock you. It is not left for you to say no. Let it end in admiration. Let it not cross boundary. But your own, because you're the blackmailer, you screenshotted it and kept. You want to use it to nail him. You are very wicked and you are very heartless and greedy at the same time. People are not even seeing the harm you are doing. They are all everybody. And just surrender yourself for DNA test so that every matter will end. It's a lie. It's a lie. The man should not surrender. Let her take the responsibility of her action so that others will learn. Let her take the responsibility, because if you have not started taking responsibility for your mistakes, others will not learn. Sugar mommy and the baby mama is now a business that everybody now does. Any small laugh, and one problem we had is that everybody will now come out and be pretending as if we don't even know what is obtainable or what is happening. All of you claiming to be sent, like you don't know that your husband is doing 1 or 2 outside. Is it what you guys are trying to tell me? That we don't no longer know that men do 1 or 2 away at match outside? You don't know. Everybody, why? Since you know he's married, why did you as a woman, why can't you hold yourself? To hold yourself, they forbid you. Why can you not say no to a man? Must you accept every proposal from a man? Must you? I blame that one and said it is possible that he even went into you. I blame him for even going to even have anything to do with you in the first place. Talk more of doing it raw. I even blame him. But that one is even story for another day. That one should be story for another day, because we are not here to condemn. You know me. A lot of you know me as a woman person. I support women in all ramifications. But you see, this particular one is becoming too much of you people. The earlier we stop you, the better for everybody. And we have to start with you women so that you can be able to say, no, no, no. Let your own no button be on. No, I don't want. Let it be on. Not when you make mistake, enjoy yourself. After that day, they took you out, they gave you food, they gave you drink, they placed you, only God knows how much you enjoy it during that period. You ate, you drank, you shake your bum waiting your mama gave you. Then you left. You didn't tell us that one. Only for you to carry belly again and come back, because you feel saying on Nigeria, once you carry belly come, everybody will be like, hey, take care of your side, man. Take your responsibility. Who knows what that side is going to be? Who knows what that? Whatever the time becomes, you should take responsibility for it, because you allow that child to come without that child consent and without the consent of the man that had one night stand with you. Is that how loose you can be? In one night stand, the woman, you open your toto without protection, and you want us to pity you. You open your toto wide without protection. You call yourself a woman, plus you get another child from house. You know the pity.
Okay. I fished out 8 points that I'm going to highlight upon to end the video. First of all, manipulation as a problem of fornication. Manipulation as a problem attached to fornication. Many people use fornication as a means of executing their manipulation, trying to manipulate others. It is now obvious that Cubana chief priest had his adultery with a fornicator from Kenya. They had it peacefully. There was an agreement between the two of them to have their comfort and pleasure in sex. It was not a rape. Cubana chief priest never raped that Kenyan lady. That is number one. They agreed, and they never have any contracts of the both of them having a child. There is no contract in between the scene of their sexual pleasure. So only for the Kenyan woman to come back to announce to Cubana chief priest of her pregnancy resulting from the one-night stand she had in Nigeria with Cubana priests. And after the birth of the child, it became a public show whereby she is seeking attention, trying to buy sympathy from many emotional rather than reasonable Nigerians and Africans. That is manipulation. Without having any consent with somebody and the things happen, then she is trying to make it a compulsion. That is an obligation and imposed responsibility to Cubana chief priest. That is what is playing out here. Because as I speak, I know of some women, both here in Europe, when they get pregnancy to a man, even the man may be rich, they will hide the pregnancy to go and have the baby for themselves, taking care of the baby without the man knowing it, unless something happened, the man came to realize, because they are not desperate to turn their pregnancy and their childbirth as a must upon the man. Rather, even they will want to own the child without the man's interference. Do you see the difference? And even though it is a manipulation, because they never consulted the man to know whether the man wants the child or not. But to bring neutrality in this case, the lady should have asked the man whether he wants the child or the pregnancy or not. If the man says yes, they work together. If the man says no, she'll go and take care of herself. Because in the first place, according to the will of God, she would have not committed that fornication. The second point, causing hatred. We can see Amaranne now declaring her hatred, not because she just hate the Kenyan lady as a person, but because of the manipulation, the desperation, all of the scenario the Kenyan lady is creating and trying to buy sympathy from many irrational Africans and to also exploit Chief Cubana priest against his will. Like Amrane, like Blessing CEO, like many others. So the hatred is developing against her. And also, I have seen a Kenyan lady who began to not even declaring her own hatred, particularly on Cubana chief priest, but she generalized it to Nigerians. So there are hatred coming from the both sides, from the both party of the Kenyans and the Nigerians. From the Kenyans against Cubana chief priest, not all Kenyans, so, because I know that many Kenyans will also be against the lady for her promiscuity, if not for any other reason. Likewise, many Nigerians will be against Cubana chief priest for his own promiscuity, if not for any other reason. But we are talking about justice and fairness in the context. So hatred had evolved from the scenario that the both of them had created, and more especially from the side of the Kenyan woman. The third one is revealing wealth mongering. Wealth mongering. The Kenyan woman had come to realize that the man she passed one night stand is a rich man. So she decided to keep the pregnancy, to play gambling with it, to know if she can manipulate Obi Cubana into submitting, or maybe putting fear on him for him to begin to hide the show as a secret from his wife and be funding both the pregnancy, the child from birth, and even until the child finishes, because some men are training their illegitimate children, as especially some rich men are training the illegitimate children without the awareness of their own wives, even at times without the awareness of their entire family members, because they are keeping it secret out of fear of what the thing will result if their wife or if their families became aware of it. So this is the area I am designing to touch. So this lady is so money conscious. I have watched several videos, but I just decided to make my analysis with a particular video. She is money, even the one she did by herself. I see her voicing out her desperation to grab some wealth, some money, to by force draw the attention of Cubana chief priest to fund the living of the little child, because she knows that Cubana chief priest can do that if he decides, even without not shaking his well-being, his financial well-being. The fourth point here is displaying self-indiscipline. Displaying self-indiscipline. This lady is promiscuous. She is not self-disciplined. Every fornicator is self-undisciplined in regard to sex, in regard to sexual life. Likewise, every adulterer. So her fornication with a married man who had committed adultery with her had revealed the sexual self-indiscipline among the two. And their case is the same with all of the adulterers and adulteresses. The fifth point, imposing pregnancy and child to men. Imposing pregnancy and the child or children to men. Sexual immorality when pregnancy gets involved. Even at times, some ladies would take another man's pregnancy to go and impose and hang and manipulate. Even at times, the pregnant unmarried person will conspire with her own mother or with her own parents to impose the pregnancy and the child on a man. Either they believe they can intimidate and the man will condone it, or maybe they believe the person is more of financial buoyant, who can take care of the mother and the child. So some people even manipulate it. They will know the original owner of the pregnancy. Or at times, even the girl will get confused without knowing exactly the owner of the pregnancy, because some girls have different 4, 5, 3, or even more men having sex with them within the period they get pregnant. It may be 6 different men in a space of 1-2 months having sex with them, that they get confused without knowing the particular person. If not because of modern technology, in those days all these things were common, and this is part of a strategy of the fornicating female imposing their pregnancy on men, whether to the proper man who has the pregnancy or to a different man. Even if the man is, even to the proper man, the man may not be willing. The man may not be willing. So they impose this pregnancy and the children upon men who are not prepared for the pregnancy. And for the preparation, I mean, is not just about not being financially capable. It is not even being willing, not being willing to have that, to nurse that pregnancy and to have that child. But I'm not advocating for abortion, but I am advocating for a total avoidance from sexual immorality. Then the 6th point here is self-fooling. Self-fooling. This Kenyan lady now, in the real sense, is fooling herself, believing herself to be so much intelligent than every other person. She thinks she can manipulate and everybody will succumb to her perspective, to her reason, and to her interest regarding the whole show. And look at how people are beginning to respond to her. They are beginning to point out of her greediness, of her promiscuity, of her self-indiscipline. And in the end, she has brought a public disgrace to herself. Even though Cubana chief priest is sharing from the same public disgrace, because she is a partner to the girl's fornication. She partnered with the girl, but on his side, it is adultery. The 7th point is arousing false sympathy. Burna Boy had a false sympathy to that lady, to that Kenyan lady, and as a result of quarrel, misunderstanding he has with Cubana chief priest. Burna Boy has a rancor with Cubana chief priest, and he began to patronize, being patriotic and philanthropic to this Kenyan woman as a means to body shame Cubana chief priest. But in the right sense, Burna Boy should have contacted Cubana chief priest to ask him his stand in regard to the whole situation. If Cubana priest tells him that he is not interested either to discuss or to do anything with that pregnancy, let the woman go to hell. His word stands, whether he is right or he is wrong. Anyone who wanted to help the woman should do it justice. Even if the person may do it out of pity, even without knowing whom Cubana priest is or what had happened. If the woman comes out to seek for help, maybe coming, I'm a single mother, please help me, without mentioning, without involving anybody, without trying to manipulate and body shame. People can also decide to give her assisting hand as much as they can. But that assistance should not be as a way of retaliation or body shaming or to buy favor from that girl. Or maybe to water the ground that maybe in the future, Burna Boy may also like to enjoy the lady's sex. Because these are some of the tricks some men play that people may not commonly understand, because the girl has a very large ass. So anything can happen. But let that alone at the moment. Then 8, which is the last point, dragging participants into temptation. Look at the temptation now. They have done everything, and the temptation has aroused. Cubana chief priest will be quarreling in his home with his wife because they must quarrel over it, but they may settle amicably in the end. Temptation. If he decides to marry this Kenyan woman as a secondary wife, it is another temptation. Then that will develop polygamy and its problems, which is a topic of one of my books. So that will develop polygamy and its problems, just as this one is coming to you from lust and their problems. But here I'm talking about sexual lust and the fornication in particular, lusts and their problems. So when you read this book, you have elaborate understanding of different kinds of lust, sexual lust, materialism, lust for power, different kinds of lust and the problems emanating from them. Temptation, it leads into temptation, lust, sexual lust, fornication leads into different kinds of temptation. Also, remember this particular book, The Olivet Prophecy, Matthew 24, from Points of Reality. This one is already available in Amazon. The prophecy of Jesus Christ in regard to the events which signal the end of the earth, the end of this stage of life prior to the rapture and the pro-rapture great tribulation. It explains it, then it gives you clear and a perfect understanding of that prophecy. The Olivet Prophecy, Matthew 24. They're motivating you to keep on preparing yourself to always be ready, be ever ready. Because we are talking about rapture, nobody knows who will die next, in addition to those who have already died. And whenever any person dies, the person's rapture has just taken place immediately. Either the person will spend his or her eternity in heaven or in hellfire. So, may God bless you. This is not yet available in Amazon, but very soon, Amazon is working on it. Very soon it will be available in Amazon. And by the grace of God, I have begun to look for a shop in Aba, Abia State, Biafra, Nigeria. In Aba. So I begin to look for a shop. When I get a shop there, I will put these books inside of this shop for trading. So starting from home, charity begins at home. That is the reason I have chosen to begin at home. Then the book will be made available and closer to people back home. People will begin to buy and read, acquire knowledge, to prepare themselves, to develop themselves, and to also help develop others from the insights they'll be getting from these books. And remember, I am into the business of making people wise through the principles of God and of the Bible. Human capital development from points of reality, developing moral value in the life of humanity, and the guiding people to develop themselves with skills. And I mean people becoming civilized and developed legitimately, and without negative consequences. May God bless you. I remain your servant, evangelist, Inimaka Law Auntie.